What are some secrets about widely used products? Palm oil is in fucking everything. Look on the ingredient list of anything in your home, seriously food, cleaning supplies, etc., and you probably see a form of palm oil. Look for anything with the word palm, such as palmitate. Most people will say, so. Who cares? Palm oil is awfully unsustainable. Many palm oil companies employ the slash and burn method. Cut down and burn rainforest, plant palm oil palms in its place. Lots of rainforest has been destroyed for your palm oil. Worse yet, there are rumors of black market bounties from those companies on endangered wildlife such as orangutans. Kill and remove the endangered species so the governments will let you slash and burn. But things are looking up. More people are learning about palm oil issues and pressure is being put on the companies. More and more manufacturers are starting to turn to sustainable palm oil practices. Awesome free app for your phone as told to us by you Ladybug. Palm oil guide and scanner. P.S. I also need to catch a plane soon, so I can't keep up with all replies. Yes. It's not literally in everything. Get over it. It's a figure of speech. The point is palm oil is in far more products than we think. You only need one Alka-Seltzer. In October 1st, 2024, a marketing director told the company producing Alka-Seltzer that he could double their sales. He did this with the now iconic phrase plop plop fizz fizz in a jingle. Till that time they had only recommended a dose of one, and this jingle was about rebranding it as a pack of two. They did in fact nearly double in market size very shortly after releasing this jingle, mostly attributable to people now taking two at a time. It marks the beginning of larger serving sizes to increase sales.
Hey guys, much like you, I love reading people's stories on Ask Reddit. Unfortunately, there's a lot of weird middle school level, just thought experiment type hypotheticals like nice try Baskin Robbins. I don't find this compelling, so that's why I've made it my mission to trawl and crawl through Ask Reddit and find the very best content and put it in your ears. That's why I'm begging you, like and subscribe. If there's anything I can do to help you out, give you the kind of content that you crave to help you get through your workday, let me know in a comment. But please like and subscribe.
I'm a man, but I love using women's shampoo. The products available for ladies are vastly superior in every way. They leave my hair looking and feeling silky smooth, and I smell so good. A couple of people have asked me what I use to keep my hair looking so nice, and I just feel fabulous. I'm currently using Summer Passion by Herbal Essences, but I also have a Chanel one for special occasions. Because I'm worth it. I posted this a few months ago, but I felt it's relevant. Pandora stores the location to current song you're listening to in your browser's cache, so if you're using Firefox, you can go to About Page, find the song and right-click download it. Step 1. Open Pandora in Firefox. Step 2. Type About Page in new tab. Step 3. Click List Cache Entries under Memory Cache Device. Step 4. Under Cache Entries in the key column you'll see something like this. You know this is the right file because it has a large file size. The one I selected was 2,299,723 bytes. All other entries were under 10,000 bytes. Step 5. Left-click this link. Step 6. Right-click the link at the top of the next page and save it as Waitivamp. You now downloaded the song you were just listening to on Pandora. Holy crap, my poor mailbox. I'll try to respond to your guys' questions, but damn, there's a lot of them. Secondly, yes, I know there are way easier ways to get songs. The topic of this thread is secrets of widely used products, to which Pandora is a widely used product, and judging by the thousands of upvotes and comments, they don't exactly advertise this. If you are actively trying to conceive, lube lessens the survival rate for sperm. Trizek has found that vaginal lubricants are toxic to sperm and interfere with the role of the cervical mucus. Don't rely on lube alone to prevent pregnancy or DINGUSES. Thank you to the 55 who have commented about pre-seed. Till there's lube for TTC. The reason baby Onesies have the unique fold-over oval type opening for the head is because it is very stretchy and easily goes over the baby's entire body. Meaning, when the baby poops so much it goes out the diaper and up their back. Instead of pulling the Onesie up and over their head and spreading the poop in their hair, you pull the Onesie down, scraping the poop off their back and taking off the Onesie over the diaper. The slinky was invented in 1943 by Richard James, a naval mechanical engineer, when he was developing springs that could support and stabilize sensitive instruments aboard ships in rough seas. He knocked one over on accident and saw how it took a few steps and then landed upright. You can also use one to make the blaster sound effect from Star Wars. There are 3 major aluminum can manufacturers competing in the US. To find out who made your can, look for a small logo that will be placed near the barcode in most instances. Ball is easily the biggest, and their quality shows as well. If you have a can near you now, it's probably an 80% chance that it was made by Ball. Quality is as expected, generally good, but you can tell their goal is volume. Necks aren't clean and straight in most cases, but the printing is top-notch. You will see some dents at the base, but not a huge amount. Next up in volume is going to be Wrexham. In the industry they're considered the short bus. If you get fired from another competitor, you'll probably end up at Wrexham. This shows in quality. The thickness is inconsistent, the printing is mediocre, and the necks almost always have a bunch of marks on them. Dents are commonplace all over, but look at the edge of the top neck and the bottom edge. Huge volume because they're cheap. Next in volume in the US mainly is going to be little known MCC. This stands for Metal Container Corporation, which is actually owned by Anheuser-Busch InBev. Basically, they produce enough so that they can control prices a bit when they buy from Ball. The quality here is impressive. The necks are clean and generally a bit sharper than anyone else. Dents are reduced to almost nil. If you see many, it's likely from the filling packing process. Does anyone actually give a shit? Not really. Totally overlooked crown as it isn't relevant where I live, though I see they are on par with Ball for quality. Thanks Unhairdebread for that reminder. It's been years since I've seen a crown can pop up where I live. They don't have any plants in the region where I live. Edit again. Shit, this blew up. Since people seem interested and are asking a ton of questions, I'll throw in some more random information about it. From what I can find, MCC is making about 45 of the cans that Anheuser-Busch is using. The rest they buy, mostly from Ball IRC. Now, if you want to annoy or impress people, there's a nifty trick about location that makes it fairly easy to guess who made what cans in your area without even looking. When the cans are made, they are shipped by semi-truck to where they will be filled, so companies really don't like to truck them very far, as it's basically a truck full of air. Start doing some research on where each manufacturer has plants and you can nail it down pretty damn quickly. For instance, MCC, the one I'm most familiar with, has only 5 plants in the US. If you're near one, you'll see more of their cans. You're looking for Arnold, Mo, Jacksonville, Full, Mira Loma, Ca, Newburgh, NY, and Windsor Company. The closer you are to one of those, the more likely you are to see their cans. To get really nifty, you can learn who makes the aluminum bottles and how they make them. Some manufacturers use basically an extrusion process where they smash the hell out of a pellet of aluminum in a multiple mold and it makes 90 of the shape in one shot. Other manufacturers went the direction of forming each part one step at a time. IIRC, the process is about 30 stages, wherein most of those stages are used to form the neck. Also, just out of honesty, I picked up all of this secondhand from my dad, who is in the industry working as an independent contractor all over the world. He knows more about cans than I could ever spell out, but if you have really specific questions, I can try to dig up some more information. Condoms shouldn't be carried around in wallets, and if they are for longer than a week, do not use them. The friction wears down the latex and makes it unsafe to wear. Oh, wonderful. My top comment is about condoms. Well, at least I played my part in trying to stop the inevitable world domination by babies. Parks and Rec Chris Traeger and Perkins, what are you doing here? Anne, whose pink razor is in your shower? Chris, excuse me. Anna Leslie found a pink razor and a pink swimming cap in your shower. Who is it? Chris, I guess you're talking about my razor. I shave my legs for swimming, and women's razors work better. For whatever reason, men's razor technology hasn't figured out how to properly contour the shin bone.
This year, like I said, I'm having a midlife crisis. I've started a YouTube channel and I'm on a big health kick. One thing that I found is very easy to eat, very easy to prepare, is I heat up chickpeas with chicken broth and tikka masala. And there are two schools of thought about how you should eat beans. Some people believe you should buy the dry beans and soak them, but I tried that and it was a disaster. So I buy canned beans every time. And if I'm opening like 2 cans a day to be on this diet, it is a massive pain in the ass if the can has this jagged metal edge. You know, I'm worried if like little bits of metal are getting into my food and going to slice up my intestines. So I found this special can opener that actually opens the can in a way that is completely safe, no metal's getting in your food, and it is 1,000 times better than any other can opener I've ever used. So if you wind up, opening a lot of cans for whatever reason, maybe you've got a cat or something, you must buy this can opener from my affiliate link.
Lou, I went to the McDonald's over in Shelbyville the other day. Chief Wiggum, the Mc what? Lou, yeah. I never heard of it either, but they say they have over 2,000 locations in this state alone. Eddie, must have sprung up overnight. Lou, but it's the little differences. Chief Wiggum, example. Lou, well, at a McDonald's you can get a crusty burger with cheese. But they don't call it a crusty burger with cheese. Chief Wiggum, get out. What do they call it? Lou, quarter pounder with cheese. Chief Wiggum, quarter pounder with cheese. Well, I can see the cheese, but though they have crusties partially gelatinate, non-dairy, gum-based beverages. Lou, yeah, they call them shakes. Eddie, shakes. You don't know what you're getting. If you just saved my favorite cardigan from its foundation stain, I'm going to bake you some fucking cookies. Guys, I haven't even bought the soap yet. Damn. We'll update when I have the results though. Let some of the soap set in overnight. Added a bit more this morning and threw it in the wash. I could still see some streaks of foundation when I pulled it out of the wash. Currently waiting for it to air dry so I can see if it even helped at all. I did use the store brand though, not sure if that makes a difference. I may pick up the name brand while out today and give that a whirl. I am documenting it, and will post pics when it's all done. The samples of cleaning products are much more potent than the stuff you buy. My dad's company makes the spray bottles they use. They send samples to test the sprayers because the over-the-counter versions are more watered down. If you send them an email saying you like their products, they will often send you samples in the mail. Most baby carrots that you buy in the grocery store are not actually baby carrots, and should be labeled as baby cut carrots. These carrots start out as regular-sized carrots that may have some cosmetic issues. They are cut into pieces and then put through a peeler. It's misleading marketing, I guess, but it's actually a pretty green thing to do, because otherwise the unsightly carrots would probably just get thrown away. Edit to add, Harry's a video showing how baby carrots are made. Apparently not terribly green. Just an assumption on my part. To all the folks asking, do people really not know this? Just scroll through the comments and see how many people were surprised by this information. Your stapler has 2 different settings, one to keep your papers more or less permanently bound together, and one to keep them loosely attached if they need to be separated again. To activate the loose setting, push and rotate the little metal plate on the bottom of the stapler. Armor all. X-car detailer here. This was the absolute worst product in car detailing existence. It does nothing except make your dash slimy, prone to getting very dirty very quickly, and under heat and sunlight can cause the dash to crack. We hated Armor All especially because it was a nightmare to remove completely. So yeah, your car dash looks glossy for a bit. Or slimy. Whatever. It's also shit. Since everyone is panicking and wondering what should be used instead, I'll repeat what I said below somewhere. Use a dash mat or use nothing. The dash mat will actually protect your dash. No liquid substance will ever protect your dash from the satanic treatment of children and makeup and keys. You're going to sell that car in 5 years. Do you really want to wipe slimy shit all over the dash every week in the hopes it won't degrade over time? It will. There are some great products for making your dash look shiny in a non-glossy way. Swiss'll make the best, if you want to be that dork who buys 100 cream for his car interior. Magires are pretty good for consumer available products. Get something that's not glossy or slimy. But I still say fuck it and use nothing. The Illinois Lottery provides a PDF file that is updated frequently which lists the prizes for their instant scratch-off tickets that have and haven't yet been claimed. Using this information, you could ever so slightly improve your odds of winning a large prize by avoiding games that have paid out all their large prizes already. So you're saying I should get as much of it as I can now, because it won't be available soon. Is this some sort of Hale corporate-style marketing scheme? Because I feel like you just told me that they're about to put palm oil back in the Disney vault. Something I didn't understand about charcoal was, how can charcoal burn if it's just burnt wood? It's actually not burnt wood. They heat the wood in a non-oxygen environment so some of it vaporize, leaving behind just the parts that burn efficiently. If they burned the wood, they would just get ash. Yeah, the heating process is called pyrolysis, as a few people have mentioned. A few people have said you can do this with cloth too, to make charcloth. Neat, superb. It warms the cockles of my heart that there are others out there like me. I only discovered the luxury of women's shampoo by accident. I had just finished depositing my regular 7 a.m. poop one morning when I realized I had no toilet paper. Now, it's amusing how the simple removal of a toilet roll can turn one into prehistoric man. I was about to begin bashing empty shampoo bottles together in an attempt to make a makeshift poop shovel when I actually read the text on one of my girlfriend's bottles. The blurb on the back said that the shampoo contained a sensual blend of Sicilian citrus and there was some more talk of Bulgarian rose and jasmine and whatnot. I used her shampoo that evening, and it was incredible. Resultant of the various scents that were exuded, when I closed my eyes, I genuinely thought I was bathing naked in the tropical forests of Panama while birds chirped merrily and dappled sunlight shone through the canopy. And the rest, as they say, is history. Another thing that I like to do, mainly after shaving, is use my girlfriend's INGENIOUS peel-off face mask. As some of you will have experienced, if you apply PVC glue to your fingers and let it harden, you can peel off the gluey skin that forms. That's what the face mask is like, but it feels 10 times as good.
I turned 36 this year, and I decided to focus on my physical fitness, so I bought a swim club membership. The only problem was, most of the time when I go swimming, I wind up getting an ear infection. So it turns out that normal earplugs, they kind of irritate your ear canal, they don't really work, they don't keep the water out. But there is an amazing kind of earplug. It's called Mack's Pillow Soft Silicone earplugs that, they feel great, they keep the water out 100%, they're reusable, and they don't irritate your ear canal at all, no issues. If you've ever had a severe ear infection, you don't want to experience that again. It can permanently damage your hearing if you're unlucky. So investing in these earplugs is definitely a good idea. Also, when my baby was crying later this year and I could not get to sleep, I used the same earplugs and they worked great. I was able to sleep right next to a crying baby. So be sure to click my affiliate link and purchase some of these Mack's earplugs today.
Majority of so-called brand ice cream you buy at the grocery store is not ice cream but rather frozen dessert, meaning it is derived from vegetable oil and not milk with the fat. Clarification: many perceived products that many think are ice cream are not. Example: Breyers and Nestle often sell frozen dessert products in place of ice cream products. This does not mean these companies don't produce ice cream, but that it is not all real. While the marketing scheme is most likely true, the idea of you only need one is not. Because Alka-Seltzer contains active drug ingredients, the allowable dose is controlled by the FDA. They didn't just take the usual dose tab and put in 2. They halved the active ingredients and doubled the non-active to make 2 tabs. You still need both if you want the full dose of meds. The reason Q-tips say don't put these in your ear is because using them is pretty bad for your ears. First, you can puncture your eardrums with them, which often takes surgery to fix and hurts like a birch bitch. Second, if you manage to safely remove all the ear wax, it puts you at a higher risk for ear infections. The wax is there for a reason. Third, you're gonna be addicted for life. Since everyone's asking, from what I've read online, you shouldn't be removing excess wax unless it gets impacted, which you'll notice because you won't be able to hear very well out of the ear with impacted wax. If you want to clean it out anyway, you should use ear drops, warm water, or a little hydrogen peroxide. Put it in your ear for a couple minutes, then let it drain out. It won't feel as good as using a Q-tip, but you won't hurt your eardrums. Palm oil is in fucking everything. Look on the ingredient list of anything in your home, seriously, food, cleaning supplies, etc., and you probably see a form of palm oil. Look for anything with the word palm, such as palmitate. Most people will say, so who cares? Palm oil is awfully unsustainable. Many palm oil companies employ the slash and burn method. Cut down and burn rainforest, plant palm oil palms in its place. Lots of rainforest has been destroyed for your palm oil. Worse yet, there are rumors of black market bounties from those companies on endangered wildlife such as orangutans. Kill and remove the endangered species, so the government will let you slash and burn. But things are looking up. More people are learning about palm oil issues and pressure is being put on the companies. More and more manufacturers are starting to turn to sustainable palm oil practices. Awesome free app for your phone as told to us by you Ladybug. Palm oil guide and scanner. P.S. I also need to catch a plane soon, so I can't keep up with all replies. Yes. It's not literally in everything. Get over it. It's a figure of speech. The point is palm oil is in far more products than we think. You only need one Alka-Seltzer. In the October 1st, 2024, a marketing director told the company producing Alka-Seltzer that he could double their sales. He did this with the now iconic phrase plop plop fizz fizz in a jingle. Till that time they had only recommended a dose of 1, and this jingle was about rebranding it as a pack of 2. They did in fact nearly double in market size very shortly after releasing this jingle, mostly attributable to people now taking 2 at a time. It marks the beginning of larger serving sizes to increase sales.
If there's ever a fly or a mosquito or like a yellow jacket or some weird unknown insect in my house, my wife will not leave me alone until it is dead, and she will blame me personally for having a house that an insect entered. The only way that I'm able to buy peace for myself so that I can work on this YouTube channel that you enjoy is by using an electric fly swatter with an affiliate link in the description. The way this fly swatter works is that you hold down the little button and then you whack the fly as if it were a tennis ball, and it looks like a tennis racket. And what the electricity does is it stuns the insect or kills it so that you can clean it up easily. And the fact that it's a tennis racket gives you a much better chance of actually hitting the insect. And I found it invaluable, and I hope that you will decide to also use it in your home. And, if you're like a teenage boy, you can also whack other teenage boys with it. We used to do that in the Boy Scouts.